Hello, this is Todd Luck, and this is just kind of a weird little video on an issue I had with my toy collection. You'll notice that I have a whole bunch of Masters of the Universe figures that are out as opposed to like my comics and stuff. They're normally up. And so I just wanted to kind of give you guys some insight into that. So when I was doing my She-Ra review, I broke out some Masters of the Universe Classics figures that were related to She-Ra so I could put them up. So they'd be in the background when I was doing the review. And so that meant I broke out this box. This is the box that I keep my 2002 and Classics Masters of the Universe figures in. They're all about 5 or 6 inches in scale, so they go pretty well together in a box. And so when I got this box out and I opened it, it had a really, really strong odor like pine sol or something like that. And if you're a Masters of the Universe fan, you know where I'm going with this. And so this is the culprit. So this, my friends, is Mossman. Mossman is a figure in the Masters of the Universe toy line that has the action feature of smelling like pine. So, I'm sorry, I'm going to get through this. And so when I got him, this is the Masters Universe Classics version. I displayed him for a while, so he had a long time to air out. And then I put him in this Ziploc bag and stored him with the rest of the figures. And this Ziploc bag has served me well for many a year. And the last time I opened the box was probably like a year ago when I did a review of She-Ra Season 2. And it was okay. You can always tell Mossman is in there, but it's not that strong of a scent. But boy, when I opened it this time, I couldn't even tell he was in the Ziploc bag. It was that strong. And so as you can see, he's a really, really cool looking figure. This is the Classics version. His original 1980s version had that pine smelling action feature. And they decided to keep it for this version. And I gotta say, this is okay. So the Classics line, the idea behind it is you have them on this like 6-7 inch scale, and they're collectible figures with like all the points of articulation you expect out of a modern collectible figure, and almost none of the action features from the original line are in there. Nothing, you can't make Cyclone spin or anything like that. It's just, they're for display. So for some reason, they were like, we're not doing that because it's for collectors. We don't want to diminish their ability to collect and display the figures. But for some reason, when they got to Mossman, they were like, he really, really needs to smell like pine. That is like the quintessential action feature of this line, is that this guy needs to be a freaking air freshener. And so he's this double-edged sword. He's this cool looking freaking figure, but he makes everything around him smell like freaking pine sol. So I've got my action figures out, and God, he's really strong while I'm trying to do this video. But that's why I've got the figures out to try to air them out, and I might have to air myself out after this video. I'm sorry, it was just getting too much. I had to put Mossman down. But it could actually have been a lot worse. So Mossman has an evil counterpart called Stinkor, who looks like kind of a humanoid skunk. And Stinkor's action feature is that he literally stinks. So can you imagine if that smelled up your collection? I would be very curious to find out what other Masters of the Universe collectors do to try to compensate for these wondrous action features for these two figures. I was thinking about maybe using this. This is a figure case that I got. Originally, I was going to use it for a Sentai figure that had its skirt, the paint was rubbing off on it. There was some kind of factory defect on it. And I thought maybe if I isolated it from other figures that it would help, but the figure was just so small in this thing, I just didn't want to do that. So I just wrapped it in bubble wrap and put it in the box with the others. So I've had no use for this at all. So maybe I'm going to try putting Mossman in here and seeing if that will contain his mighty power. Obviously, the power of Ziploc was not enough to counter the power of Mossman. So maybe this would do it. I'm not sure. This it's sort of like a holding cell. It's like Mossman is so powerful, I have to put him in his own special holding cell. And, you know, when I'm ready to unleash his power, then you open it up. I don't know if that would work or not, but it's an idea. There has to be some solution. And before we go, I just wanted to show you guys what the figures look like. These are the 2002 Masters of the Universe figures, which are all really, really cool. And then below we have a She-Ra figure from the Super 7. It's a retro figure. And then we've got Masters of the Universe Classics, which is a really amazing line. Got all these on discount, but I just love them to death. So that's it. I just wanted to do a quick video telling you guys about that weird situation and letting you guys know why these guys might end up in the background of some of my videos in the future if I make them in the next week or so. We'll see how long I feel like these guys need to air out, or if it even works at all. We'll just see. Who knows? Maybe I'll do a Masters of the Universe video, just like, you know, my favorite things from the franchise or something. But anyway, like and subscribe for more videos. And until next time, good journey. And if you need an air freshener, take Mossman with you. See ya.